So if you're considering relocating, it's not a decision you should take lightly.
No, it is not. You got to put a lot of research into it. Got to do some digging, and really, the best thing is to watch our videos.
Yeah. I mean, party on, Wayne.
Yeah, party on, Gar.
So, we're going to walk you through, what it's like to relocate here and take you through all the things we think you're going to care about. Your transportation, education, job market, housing.
Yeah.
Obviously, of
Neighborhoods,
course, as well.
yeah.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that. But I'm Joel.
I'm Fletcher.
And we're here with Sandman Realty. So thank you for joining us. It's your first video. Should have been here earlier, but we excuse that. So stick around. We're going to jump all into that right now.
All right, let's go.
All right, guys, so let's start off with, if this you're just starting your research, we're right here in the Triad. You're gonna hear people interchange that between Winston-Salem, Greensboro, High Point, but we're gonna call it the Triad in general.
Right.
So, the Triad, Winston-Salem.
Winston to the west, Greensboro to the east, and High Point a little bit southeast of Winston-Salem. So, forms a triangle.
Yeah. But not to be confused with Research Triangle Park.
Correct.
Up in Raleigh.
Yeah.
Raleigh, Durham area. So we're here in the Triad. If we're starting in Winston, you're gonna hear different nicknames. Gonna be the Twin City.
Dash.
The Dash.
Heading to the Dash.
Camel City because of its history with tobacco and camel products.
Yeah.
But
Camels, Winston's, Salem's. That's where
There
they
you
all
go.
came from.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And so then we go over to Greensboro because that's gonna be the other city that we focus on today.
Right. And it's the Gate City.
The Gate City because of all the transportation hubs there.
And Tournament Town.
Yeah, because the ACC tournament was there for so long.
Yeah.
I mean,
and it still comes to Greensboro pretty regularly.
Correct. Still comes to Greensboro, but for the longest time, it was Greensboro.
Right.
We didn't do it anywhere else.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit of background on the area in general. We're kind of central in the heart of the state.
Yeah. I mean, we got about 1.7 million people with the surrounding area.
Yeah.
In the Triad. So obviously it's, Winston and Greensboro have about 300,000-ish people in each city, but the whole area, we've got a little metropolitan area.
There's a good talent pool here, if you're going to be starting a business or things like that, because we have all the different universities in the area. So it's something to keep in mind. Greensboro being the third biggest city in the state, Winston being the fifth.
Yeah.
So while none of them are overwhelming by any means,
correct,
there's enough things here to get anything you could possibly need.
Well, I've always described it as you can get in either of these, you can get a big city feel or you can get a small town feel. Whatever you want to do, you can accomplish that in either of these cities.
So that's what we're going to be exploring today. And we're going to start off with some neighborhoods.
Yeah.
So let's start off with Winston-Salem. Like if you were kind of looking for, how does Winston feel as a whole? I'll give you a couple of different places to go check out probably. On the high end, if you're looking for, where's the old money in town? Right,
Buena Vista.
We're going to go through Buena Vista.
Not Buena.
No, we talked about
Buena.
that. Buena Vista.
Buena Vista. Spelled the same.
Going down North Stratford in particular, and all the little side streets.
Beautiful homes.
Yeah, big, huge overhanging trees, large lots.
Yeah.
Big, stately homes. So that's going to be where, if you're looking for the historical, where's the money been in town?
Right.
You're going to go check out Buena Vista.
Yeah.
If you're looking for something that's a little bit more quirky, we have a little bit more of a transient population, being with all the medical residents and things that come and go.
Ardmore.
Ardmore is going to be your place to go check out.
I love Ardmore.
Yeah. And not too far out of city center either. It's like a 5-minute drive.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to get even closer to the center of town, you do have some downtown living and lofts and condos and things like that.
You have West End that's downtown as well.
West End was going to be my next comment. Very hilly area.
Yeah.
Oh, everything's up or downhill. If your parents said they walked to school, both ways uphill, it may have been in West End.
Correct. Yeah.
But a lot of larger Victorian style homes, multiple levels on all of them, just given the terrain and things like that. And you've got to stick within those historical confines.
Correct. Yeah. So historic district. So like, if you're want to make any alterations to the house, you got to get that approval first.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. So those would be like the 3 most established ones I would tell you to go check out in Winston-Salem. But if you're looking for newer construction and things like that, there's tons of that.
Yeah, you got Brookberry Farm.
Yeah, Brookberry Farm. If you're looking for like a big master plan community, they've got prices there are going to be similar to Buena Vista.
Right.
Kind of in that $1 million plus or minus. And then there's all sorts of different neighborhoods as well. Like if you want to push out just outside the city and go to Clemens, Louisville, come down here just south to North Davidson.
Right.
And, have some more manageable price points, which, when we're talking about coming outside the city, I can still be in downtown in 15 to 20 minutes.
Correct. Yeah, and when you're in Winston-Salem, you're always 10 to 15. Like, the most you're going to drive is about 15 minutes to get anywhere.
Which you're probably not going to drive less than 5.
That's true.
Yeah. You're always going to be, it's pretty much always going to be 10 to 20 minutes for pretty much everything.
Yeah.
And then so if we hop over to Greensboro and kind of do those comparable type of neighborhoods.
Yeah.
We're the old money.
Irving Park.
We're looking at Irving Park down there near Greensboro Country Club and everything else. And
huge, beautiful, stately. I like that word that you use. That's accurate. Yeah, stately homes.
And not far from Friendly Center Shopping and all those other things you might want to be over there doing. You've got Sunset Hills and College Hills down near the university.
Yeah, and Sunset Hills is kind of like Ardmore. I feel like smaller lots, smaller homes. But a really cool sense of community there, just like in Ardmore. That's where they have the running of the balls. They support local food pantries there. It's a really Sunset Hills, a really cool spot.
Yep. So lots of great places to go check out in either city. It just depends, what's going to vibe most with you. But there's tons of different new construction if that's what you're looking for in either city. It may not be right downtown because obviously that land is it's gone.
It's saturated.
But there's lots of different new construction options, like just in the fringes or even in your suburban areas, like we talk about Louisville, Clemens for Winston, and if you're looking at Greensboro, you go to Kernersville, Jamestown, even pushing out
Oak Ridge and
Stokesdale and everything else.
Yeah, and talking about new construction, Greensboro, the city of Greensboro has set their goal to build 10,000 new homes by 2030. So there's going to be a ton of new construction in Greensboro.
And we need that because this has been, North Carolina has been one of the biggest states for net migration coming in. In the last 5 years, I don't think we've been outside the top 5.
Correct.
So, a lot of areas you get in the Rust Belt and things like that, people have been leaving. We're having, we're in some growing pains. We're figuring it out. The infrastructure has really been changing a lot with different urban loops and that around the city. So we're doing our best to keep up with things, but what that has yielded is you're going to have a lot of different housing options going forward because we've been a little bit behind the 8 ball on that so far.
Yeah, but that's a sign that North Carolina's great. People are moving here. It's a good sign.
All right, so if you're moving here, you need to find a job. So let's go ahead and jump into like our local job market, employment, and some recent announcements and things that are going to continue to move the ball.
Big stuff happening for the Triad, which is awesome.
Yes. So, I would say historically for Winston and Greensboro, there's lots of healthcare jobs.
I mean, there's so many big hospitals that are like great hospitals, high-rated hospitals.
And, Wake Forest, Atrium. You have Cone Health.
You have Novant. You have Bethany Medical Center. I mean, there's just a ton of healthcare, and that's probably the largest employment sector that we have here in the Triad.
Lots of government jobs in that as well, and then university. Things. So you're tied into Wake Forest and things like that. UNCG. The whole public school system in general with Winston-Salem State University and A&T. Everything that we have here, there's a ton of universities.
Correct.
So those are going to employ a lot of individuals at the same time.
But
we've had some big job announcements.
Biggest one that we've had here recently, just happened a couple weeks ago, was Jet Zero. Supposed to be bringing 14,000 jobs to the Triad, which is amazing.
I mean, when you consider that we're cities of 300,000
Yeah.
plus or minus in different
Right.
areas. That's a big impact on our local economy.
Yeah.
You've also had, in the last few years, you've had Boom Supersonic coming in, building those supersonic jets in Greensboro. You've had the Toyota battery plant, which has been it's turned into a multi-billion-dollar project.
Yeah.
There.
And it keeps expanding.
Yeah, I mean, they're continuing to grow that out. It is, the hiring process is continuing to evolve.
Yeah.
Down in Lexington, you also had Nucor Steel.
Yep.
You've had Siemens Railcar. So there's been a lot of different places coming in, and a lot of those are good paying jobs. Like Nucor Steel for Lexington, which is historically Davidson County, has been on the lower end of the pay scale for our area. The average job there at Nucor is a six-figure job.
Pretty strong.
So with our cost of living that we have here, the money goes a long way.
Yeah.
And you can really, provide for your family.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and you can tell, the work that has gone into the downtown areas and that just by go look at some pictures and photos of our downtown areas, particularly Winston-Salem.
Yeah, 15 years ago.
In Bailey Park, 15 years ago. Compare it to where it is now. Is there still work to be done, and fill up some vacant stores and storefronts and things like that, restaurants? Absolutely.
Yeah. But I moved away for 3 years, moved up to New Hampshire, then I came back, moved back to Winston-Salem. And in those 3 years, boom, it had been totally revitalized. It is downtown Winston is so cool, and Greensboro is too. Greensboro has a ton of stuff downtown, but it is a wildly different atmosphere and just vibe now than it was 10, 15 years ago.
Oh, yeah. You weren't really aiming to spend a whole lot of time downtown. You would kind of go in for work and then go home afterwards. Downtown's where everybody wants to be now.
Yeah, they have a ton of restaurants, bars, coffee shops, things for families to do, things for kids to do. So it is
music concerts, and yoga, and bring your pets out there because you have the park and everything else.
Right.
So both places, a great place to spend some time downtown. As you heard, we've got industry coming to the area.
Yeah.
So it's going to continue to evolve, and I think all in a positive way.
I think so too. We've got the established stuff, and we have the new things coming in. And the great thing is, our leaders in the area are trying to bring on bigger and better things to help the people in our communities.
Yeah, Winston in particular, I know has been recognized several times in the last few years as one of the best cities in the country.
Yeah.
So, and they've really, really been working hard on that to have the right balance of the right jobs, the right industries here, while also keeping the small town feel that we've talked about.
Right.
We don't want to become an Atlanta or Charlotte or something like that. It's just not what this town is about.
No, it's not.
But a lot of great opportunities. If you're looking for work here, you can find something.
Yeah, it's a perfect spot for it.